Hello friends, my name is Jenny and today I've got another video for you for Collection Obsession. I want to thank you guys so much for watching and I hope that you will check out the description box for everyone else playing along this month. Here we go. Hey guys, I am back for I think this will be my third layout for the month, and I've pulled together some of the papers that I still have from, what is the name of this collection again? It is the A Perfect Autumn, and here's what I have. I still have 3 full sheets of paper, which I love all of these. And then I still have some scraps, and I have brought in these scraps that I have left over. I'm going to be doing, I think, a very simple base page, very simple design, because I'm going to try to use up what I have here. I still have, as I mentioned, I still have more scraps here, but I find that they're not full-sized. So for what I'm thinking of, the simple design that I mentioned is just kind of cutting strips, if you will. So I'm thinking about that. And then I'm hoping to be able to use some of these that I've already cut into. Yeah, so I think I'm going to use them for these size that are showing. These are the scraps, and so we're going to get going. I think I'm going to leave some of the process in. I think I'm just going to work on a single page layout. I think that's what I'm going to do, and then if I don't leave the process in for whatever reason, I will make sure that I come back and maybe show you something at the midway point. So let's go ahead, let's get started, and let's see what we do with the remaining papers here from this collection. I'll be back. Okay guys, I am back, and here I'm kind of showing you a bit of my process, quite a bit actually. I left it in here. But do you struggle lining up pattern paper when you are kind of trying to stagger and use strips? So that's what I was just showing here. And oh, I already did the other one. One of the things that I found really helpful was doing that initial part where instead of trying to line things up like on the actual layout, I use my grid mat to do like basically one layer at a time, and it worked so much better. I often do things like when I'm trying to do something like this, right on the cardstock, I end up having to rip stuff up, you know, and rip in the cardstock and just all kinds of messes. So here I've just gone ahead, I've cut my strips to roughly, I think I did, the top is closer to like a 3-inch. Here I'm just showing you the sticker sheet. I think it's about 2.5 inches, then another 1-inch strip, and then I did another, like, I think I did a 1.5-inch strip and then another 1/2-inch strip. I know I cut them every single one. This is just what I do. I just cut them a little bit bigger than I want to use them, so that in the event that I need to overlap, that it's not going to cause an issue. There, I'm just showing you. I just ended up cutting it crooked the first time, and so I'm trying to use up the different elements from my sticker sheet. So here, this is what I did. It's very similar to what I did with the other strips, except I didn't use my grid mat. Or am I going to use the grid mat? I don't now. I mean, it's been like a whole 2 days and I already forgot what I did. Um, per usual. But here I'm just taking off, it's like a scalloped dot type sticker. And I'm going to try my best to adhere that as close to the edge because it's not very wide. So, okay. Have I finished fussing with it? I think so. So I'm going to fuss with it some more. I'm going to put it down here. I'm just showing you like, yeah, this is how I did it. But with the other layers I just used the grid. This doesn't end up working all that well because of the stickiness in the sticker sheet. I probably could have taken off the stickiness, but it's fine. It's fine. So I'm gonna start putting the page together in a sec, but I would love to hear. So I am down to, I have 2 full pieces of paper, and the remaining are just scraps from this. I did end up making a base page, this base page, as a matter of fact, and so I kept the scraps and the cut aparts and what was left of the sticker sheet, and I put it with this so that I can finish my base page. And but I often wonder about, we were having this conversation with some friends over the weekend, and I wonder what people do with their scraps. Do you keep like you've just finished a collection and you're down to a bunch of scraps, maybe 1 or 2 pages that you may or may not use to make layouts. So you're going to put those back. But what do you do with the leftover scraps? Do you keep every single scrap? Are you a purger? Do you just get rid of them? Or are you somewhere in between? So I fall in, because it's a base page, my rationale is I put it in with the scraps with the base page because of that reason. However, once I finish that base page and I still have some things left over, some scraps, I really look at both sides to take a look to see whether or not I would use them. I'm trying to get better at it because for a while, I was just kind of finishing up, cleaning up, and throwing it in my scrap bin. But I'm trying to be a little bit more thorough since the last scrap tidy up that I did of my, particularly my pattern paper scraps, that I don't hang on to like teeny tiny little pieces that one day I'm going to punch something out of, or I'm going to die cut something out of. That ship has sailed long ago. Sorry, I had to get a drink of water here. And here I'm just placing, I used the other sticker that was in that strip, that sticker sheet, and I went ahead and put that at the bottom. And essentially, this is going to be my base page. I have the cut apart sheets on the side. Now I'm going to start going through and I'm going to start pulling. I'm going to start trying to like pull elements from it. Now, okay. I've had a squirrel moment at the second, right now. You're witnessing. So I'm bothered by this kind of hanging stickers, like all the blanks. I don't want to see any of the blanks. I know I'm going to end up cutting the sticker sheet, which is the other reason I don't want to see any of these blanks, but I've gone ahead and I've taken that top, the white border around the letters off, and I'm about to do the same thing at the top. Does anyone else? Am I alone in my crazy? Am I showing my crazy right now? Uh, yeah, some of my friends would say you keep that tucked in so nobody sees it, but here we are. It's real life. I just showed you a little bit of my crazy. Sometimes that stuff drives me bananas. I don't know why. So I'm going to start to experiment with what I think appeals to me. And then I'm going to be like, wait, I don't even have pictures for this layout. I can't go too crazy with the embellishments. Um, but yes, so getting back to the scrap situation, let me know in the comments if you're still with me here. Tell me, do you have a good system for your scraps? If you're looking for solutions, go check out my my playlist for craft room organization, and you should find the one related to scraps in there if you're looking for what I do. Not to say that it's best, because it really is a matter of keeping the system up. So it's more about that. Let's see. So I have decided that I like the way that this tree looks, and I'm doing it. I'm adhering it. I'm going all in. I was going to initially pop it up, but I think I can pop up the remaining embellishments that I put on here. And here we go. More, you're going to see more crazy in a second. So I think I have one more layout to do this month, and it's going to be for Tool Time Tuesday, and it's going to be using these October collections that I have for the month of October for Collection Obsession. So so be on the lookout for that. That will be coming up next week. I'm going to try to do it as close to Tuesday as I can. But this month, the prompt for that challenge is staplers. So I'm going to try to come up with some idea. I still haven't done the layout, but stay tuned for that one if you're interested in using up your tools. So here in a second, we're going to segue into, I've advanced a little bit. Oh, here I'm just pulling out some elements that I really like. They're very whimsical, and I'm going to start to fussy cut them. Oh, I really should have cut this out, but it's all right. I will chit chat with you guys while I do this fussy cutting. One of the reasons why I do this is because I don't necessarily like all of that empty space. So I just have my stickers do the work for me. These are really adorable. They're really whimsical. These, like, it has a little fawn. I think there's like a little, it's not a porcupine. What's the other? Like a hedgehog. I don't know. A really cute brown little critter. And I'm just, I'm not going to place them directly on my layout, but I know that I won't use it in its entirety. Like this one, the fawn is in like a square shaped, it's just within a square shape, and I know I won't use it that way. So I'm more apt to use it now that I have gone ahead and I've fussy cut it out. So I'm just being really careful not to cut off the legs, and just trying to trim. It's not perfect. It's just trying to get it out of that boxy looking shape that it's in. And I'm going to do something similar to the sticker that you see. It's kind of like underneath my hand right now. It's red, and there's another one that's orange. Two other shapes that I will keep that color, because otherwise I'll just be trimming white, and I don't want white. I want a little pop of color, but I don't want that shape. So that's another trick to being able to use the stickers on the sticker sheet. If it's not completely working for you, that you have this ability to go ahead and trim things out if you don't like it. The same thing goes for the cut apart cut aparts and cut apart sheets, or even if you have pocket page cards, you could do the same. So here's that little, I think this is a hedgehog. I think that's what it is. I don't do a great job at fussy cutting this, but it's fine. It'll do. And I am pretty good about using my base pages. So this one, I'm sure I've taken enough photos this fall, or will in future fall, that I'll make sure I use this up. But yeah, here I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna finish cutting up the hedgehog, and then I'm gonna move to the other two square shapes. What else did I want to talk to you guys about? Oh, I will be having probably, I'm gonna say in probably the next week and a half, I'm gonna do a some type of tidy up of my space, because it's gotten a little bit away from me. I have been in my space for nearly 2 years, probably less than that because it took me forever to unpack. But I recently went looking for something in the garage, and you guys, I had been missing a few organizational pieces for my room, and I had no idea where they were. When I tell you zero, I've looked, we've been here 2 years, I've looked in every box, every nook and cranny of this house, and I had just come to the realization that my storage items that I used in my room were gone, that I either misplaced them, that they got ruined in the move somehow, or that I left them behind altogether in the old house. I know, it's craziness, because it was one of the last things that I packed on purpose, but with everything that I packed, I couldn't remember 100% where I put them. I couldn't remember the storage piece that I put them in. So this past week, I was doing a favor for somebody in my house and looking for something in the garage, and lo and behold, I come across a couple of items in a couple of bins, and they're not big bins. They're very shallow, but they're long, and they looked empty. But they were sitting somewhere where I was like, just curious, what's in here? Like, it was so much stuff that was on top of it. And I ended up, because I was looking for something, like I said, for one of my family members. And I happened to, oh, look, sorry, squirrel moment, but here's, tuck the crazy in, tuck it. Sorry, you have to see this. All to get rid of that big piece of paper. Okay. Anyway, I was looking through, and lo and behold, I took the top off, because there were two bins, one on top of the other. One was empty, and the other one had my precious storage things. So I think I'm going to take the opportunity and do a little bit of a reset here in my room. So I'm going to be filming that. I'm trying out my old stuff in my Rascog and seeing if I like that. I may need to move that as well. Don't know. And yeah, we're going to just play it by ear, see how it goes. And, but look out for that, because that one, I'm going to try to leave like a lot of the process, the moving around, the kind of getting, taking stuff off. Because sometimes I find that I need like a really full reset. So here, let's go back to the layout. I'm just showing you here that I just covered it up. But I have these two brown 4x6 mats that I'm going to put in with this base page. I'm not going to adhere them down because I don't know if my photos are going to be this size, but I really like that pop of color. You see right there? And I can hopefully use some of these letters to do my title work, or use some of the embellishments. I'm going to put those cards in there as well. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye for now.